the Utah Jazz, and this is just a frightening scene for more reasons than one.
Well, what he did, came down on the knee, a little awkward, jammed it, and then what he had was a deep bruise in there and was never able to get over the hump. Had an opportunity to see this is when he was going back to the locker room. You can see he was in a little bit of pain, and then we go on from that. We'll get another opportunity to see what happened when he went on to Orlando and played later on once he came back.
Yeah, absolutely. So he leaves that. He actually tried to kind of fight his way into that Utah game, and it just wasn't to be. You remember him working the knee out there, but then later on in the season when he comes against the Orlando Magic, and you knew early on that it wasn't the KG that we knew.
Immediately once I saw him play, because what Kevin was doing, he was dragging the knee. Had an opportunity to see him against Orlando, and you can see that clearly there wasn't any lift in his legs. He did not have any, as the boys would say, able to go on and get some things done. Now Kevin looks like he's back, has some strength, some flexibility, and if you have a ball spot in any tire that you have in the NBA, it's going to be hard for you to get out. So we watch his legs and see if he's moving well.
Okay, we've been talking about an Orlando game. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Again, this was him coming back. And what you saw from here early on?
Well, what you saw was Kevin, once he came back, and you get an opportunity, some shots later on, of how he starts to drag the knee, and he starts to drag the leg down. So you can see here, he's not running, but he's really dragging that leg down, and that was really the last game he played in. I talked to him after that game. I got an opportunity to talk to him in Atlanta, in the locker room, and he said, Max, I'm just not feeling right now. And eventually what they did, they shut Kevin down for the year.
Yeah, going up against the Magic there. And again, that's the news that we all knew about and witnessed. And this was a team coming off of an NBA championship, a team that started last year 27-2 and well on their way to maybe getting the repeat. And even without Garnett and everything that he brings to the floor, participated in maybe the best opening round playoff series in NBA history against the Bulls. Get by that, but then battled the eventual conference champion Orlando and can't get by without it.
Well, couldn't get by. I mean, they played a great series against Chicago. 7 tough games, 7 most grueling games I'd ever seen since I've been in the NBA.
Multiple overtimes.
Unbelievable. Seeing Ray Allen shoot the basketball, Paul, big play after big play, but really down the line, eventually they just wore out. They had 7 guys, and they did not have anything left in the tank at the very end.
Okay, so as we think about the possibilities for this season and the reloading, we saw Kevin there going up against Rasheed Wallace a little bit, and sure, Leon Poe was a big contributor to the championship 2 years ago, and unfortunately the injury gets him out of the mix last season, and he has moved on. But you pick up Rasheed Wallace, so talk about the possibilities of Rasheed at the 4 or the 5 for the squad.
Well, that's what Rasheed Wallace brings to the table. A guy who can extend the floor for you. You can't really back off of Kevin Garnett. He makes the dance floor even bigger. You know how you go on the dance floor back in the day when you had one guy who was hogging up all the room? Well, Rasheed Wallace, when he's shooting the basketball from the outside, he elongates, makes the floor longer, so you're able to get more jump shots and have more room, especially for those post guys on the inside.
Now, we talk about, you can't bring up Rasheed without talking about personality and chemistry, and those that don't like the move outside of the Boston area or non-fans of the Celtics always bring that part of it up. So tell me, when he's coming to a team that he respects, to a coach that he respects, how you feel that marriage is going to work out.
Well, Mr. Maestro, you hit them all, because that's exactly what you talk about. He respects the coach. Kevin Garnett's one of his best friends. I think he will get an opportunity to play for a guy that he really likes in the Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, as easy as he seems to be from sometimes, is from Chicago, so he has that hard nature about him. And I think this is going to be a great marriage between Rasheed Wallace and the Boston Celtics. It's going to be a beautiful opportunity to see him play. The energy he has, I think it will be used effectively.
And the reality of the situation is Kevin Garnett was very instrumental in asking the team to go after Rasheed, was very emotional once it happened, and just as far as, tell me as an offensive player, spreading the floor and the other weapons you have on this team, whether it's Rondo or Ray Allen or Paul Pierce, who we haven't even mentioned the captain yet, the open looks that you expect Rasheed to have if he's on the perimeter.
Well, again, when you have that floor like that and it becomes longer and bigger, you have more opportunities out there. What happened a year ago when they had James Posey when they won the championship? James Posey was a guy able to shoot the jump shot, made the floor larger. Now when you lost Posey, it shrank on the inside, so all the post movement on the inside became a lot more stagnant. Now that you have a guy like Rasheed Wallace able to shoot the jump shot, he elongates that floor, makes opportunities for guys like Paul Pierce, slashers going to the basket, have opportunities because guys have to respect and guard him.
You know, you talk like a guy that led the Celtics in career field goal percentage. Oh, you're that guy. Okay, all right. You know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm that guy, but I'm a guy who didn't shoot no threes. I needed those guys like Larry Bird to give me that operating room on the inside.
Hey, they're saying the buzzer right there, and on that thought, we will take a quick timeout as they take their timeout, but we will come back and have much more from here at Salve Regina University as we continue with Real Training Camp presented by 2K Sports from the Green Team. Stay tuned, everybody. Well, I tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to go back and revisit part of the practice from a little bit earlier before the moisture set in. And mic'd up for us, the captain, Paul Pierce. Let's listen in and watch.
No switch. No switch. So late.
I got lower. That's how you got to go. So just...
Keep it right here. Oh, that was all ball. Oh, that was all ball. Keep it on this side. All right. All right, I'm good. Good show. Good show. Let's go. Good D, Ray. Good D, Ray. He waiting on it, Dodo. Come on, I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait for you. Good job. Hey, Scout, he can do the same thing without just getting to his body. That's 2 shots and the ball. You know what I mean? There's one in the ball. You're playing them so high. You can